What's up guys? Today we'll be checking out Elvis on 4K streaming. This is not going to be a review on how good or bad the movie is. I'm just going to share some of my thoughts on the audio and the video quality. Now let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot in 4.5 and 6.5K. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated PG-13. Runtime is 159 minutes and the aspect ratio is 239:1. So there are black letterbox bars and the audio is in Dolby Atmos. Since this is a music-heavy movie, let's take a look at the audio mix in the Atmos viewer. At the start of the movie, there's a bunch of these transitions between scenes. You'll hear some swooshing effects and a ton of music in the surround channels. You can see how the effects dynamically move throughout all the speakers. During Elvis's musical numbers, you might expect to see a bunch of objects floating around, but they do remain static while he's singing, which makes sense since Elvis remains in the front stage while the crowd is cheering in the surround channels. The music and ambiance extends up to the height speakers, which gives you a nice bubble of atmosphere and makes it sound like you're at a real concert. The quieter moments also has good surround envelopment that fills in all the speakers with subtle effects, and the dialogue always remains clear and easy to hear.
Allow me to show you.
As for the bass response, I was expecting the musical pieces to be more aggressive, but I suppose Elvis's music isn't known for deep, powerful bass, and that is reflected here. However, there are some pop-inspired versions of his songs that do dig deep, and the subwoofers also kicked on during the camera flashes at around the 56-minute mark. And if I do recall correctly, this does sound the same as when I saw it at the theater.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. There's more sides to the story, I'ma tell everybody.
If you're new to the channel and you're into new movies and audio and video gear and want to see more content like this, be sure to tap that subscribe button for new weekly videos. As for the video quality, this might be one of the best looking movies this year. It's got everything you'd want from a 4K HDR transfer, as it's bright from start to finish. It's got a max CLL of 1115 and a max fall of 333. If you've seen the trailers or any of Baz Luhrmann's films, it's got those bright, vibrant colors that'll really make your display shine. There's neon lights, colorful costumes, and colorful backdrops that'll make that heat transfer look like shit. The black levels were intentionally pushed hard to elevate contrast to make certain elements on screen pop. So if you do have a less than capable display, the black levels may look like it's crushing details. Peak highlights can get blindingly bright from reflections and stage lights, so be prepared to grab those sunglasses.
I really like what you guys did.
Now, even though this movie was shot digitally, there is a very light layer of digital grain that was added to match various film stocks. So this does at times have a somewhat soft filmic look, and other times it's got a very digitally crispy appearance. Detail-wise, it's some of the best I've seen this year. Close-ups are so good you can count Elvis's eyelashes, and even with all the extra 4K clarity, Tom Hanks's prosthetics didn't look all that fake. Now, there are a few scenes where you can tell that the backgrounds are all CG, which does look fake. But given the stylistic look of the movie, I think it worked pretty well. So for video quality, and it being a stream, I'd have to give it a 9.7. I think some of the darker scenes could look a bit better with less compression if you're watching it on a bigger screen. But as is, this is one highly detailed transfer with some outstanding HDR. For audio, I'm gonna go with a 9.2. I did have to bump my volume almost 10 dB louder than normal, so I'm sure once this hits physical media, it'll be more dynamically expansive. It's still a great sounding mix with instrumental placement clearly defined within the soundstage, and there's ample use of high channels, but I do feel that the bass is lighter than I would have liked. Overall, this is a great looking and sounding movie, and I would definitely throw it on to show off your home theater. So what are your thoughts on this 4K transfer of Elvis? Have you seen it, and do you think it's an accurate portrayal of Elvis? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Now, if you do want to grab this movie, I'll leave some links for it down below in the video's description. As always guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow the channel on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on audio and video gear, then stop by our Patreon page. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video.